Hey guys, here we are with Bridgerton season 3 episode 2, and the first episode was so great. I feel like this season might be a little bit predictable. I feel like, you know what? I feel like most of the seasons are pretty predictable, but they still surprise me with some things, and also, like, the design of everything, not just, like, the music, which I absolutely love, but also, like, the outfits, the, architecture, I mean, they put, like, every different, like, designing aspect and everything that I love, they include it into these shows. And, again, I say, like, the music, amazing. But there's so much thought in everything that goes into this show that makes it so freaking good. But anyway, in the last episode, Colin came back and he is basically acting like not himself. My prediction is I don't think he had a great time being, like, traveling. I think he probably had I don't know, maybe he did have a good time, but I think he had a terrible time, and he's figured out that he can, like, you know, omit the truth, or even, you know, not necessarily tell lies, but what is it? Where, like, embellish. He's doing that because he's trying to, like, I think he wants to be better than what he is, or what he thinks is better than what he is. So yeah, and he's gonna end up, like, coaching Penelope into finding a husband, which I think he's going to end up getting jealous, and he's going to end up falling in love with Penelope by doing that. But yeah, I feel like that's really the biggest part of the last episode. The queen, she did not end up choosing a diamond, and her and Lady Whistledown are, I think, gonna, like, play a little game and go back and forth, which is what will make things really interesting. So yeah. Anyway, if you want to check out any of these episodes completely unedited or get early access for the next ones, please feel free to check out my Patreon and the link in the description below. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into this episode. Pineapple?
Evidently, diamonds are not so rare after all.
Which is exactly why I am not choosing one. If I am to grant someone my favor, she must do more to earn it.
I see. The looking glass does not lie. The truth is, that which some dismiss as common rock, time reveals to be precious stone.
And this is your bedchamber, Mrs. Mondrich, just opposite Mr. Mondrich's.
Oh, they're not going to share.
Of course. That is how it is done.
It is not me whose outlook has most changed.
Did you not promise Anthony you would give society a try?
Perhaps there is a book I might read on charm.
Are you saying you want my help after what Lady Whistledown wrote? I believe you know Miss Featherington.
How delightful to see you all. Such splendid weather we are having.
Too much fanning.
Mrs. Featherington, you seem discomposed.
No? No, forgive me. I'm quite well, my lord.
He is rather handsome and a lover of music, I hear.
Is he perhaps a good match for Francesca?
Oh, he's not the only one. He desires to see more.
Does she?
I believe so. And it could be anyone.
Anyone?
Anyone who has already made their debut.
You must be familiar with each other often to create one.
But I want to be out with my husband showing him off, not in bed. And it flattens my hair.
If you want to beat your sister, you must try harder.
Well, then be on
Full moon
top.
is on the rise, a harbinger of fertility.
I'm decidedly late.
Turned into a little bit of a man whore. Look at that.
It's been wonderful, ladies. The truth is, you do not need a lesson.
You agree I am unteachable.
You simply do not need to be taught. You already know how to do this.
I assure you I do not.
I mean, she does. She just writes
Do you remember
about
when we
it
first met?
instead of actually does
I was
anything.
riding my horse, minding my own business, when I was assaulted. Very charming
He
about it.
even remembers the first time that they met.
Mercilessly, in fact. And I think I know why. No one knew who I was supposed to be. I was entirely freed of being the Colin Bridgerton that Tom knows me to be. Which is how I became myself. Pen, living for the estimation of others is a trap. Why is it you want a husband?
So that I may have my freedom. So that I may feel comfortable in the world.
I see. And it will be finding that comfort
freedom?
in yourself that will get you there.
It's one of the few places I could go unchaperoned and truly be myself, but it's no longer a possibility.
I'm sorry about whatever might be coming between you and Eloise.
They should just go together anyway.
Trust me, not one of them will be leaving that table in the immediate future.
I was just about to say, there's probably gonna, like, one or
you were
more
comfortable
of
at
them are
Bridgerton
probably gonna end
House,
up leaving the table.
so we're going to practice here.
I was comfortable at Bridgerton House previously. A most remarkable shade of blue. Yet somehow they shine even brighter when you are kind. I might say something like that if you were a suitor.
Well,
She's good.
that was rather direct.
Eloise, they're back.
Eloise is here.
You can hide in the study.
She's gonna end up making Colin jealous, and I cannot freaking wait. I wonder when the next ball is. Is she gonna find something? But that's gotta be Colin's, I'm sure.
Or as I watch the way starlight dances across skin, I marvel at how
he's a
one
good
can feel
reader-
such
or writer,
intimacy,
too.
but also such great distance. Pen, were you reading that?
No, I did not mean to. Please. Let me.
Why do they remind me of, like, the Beauty and the Beast, though? Kinda, sorta. You know what I mean? And Belle wore yellow, so she used to wear yellow. He's gonna get caught by, like, Eloise or something.
We may have had different taste in garments,
Similar in jewelry, though.
But Lady Kent certainly had an eye for jewels.
I do not wish for her to be friendless, and you might be all she has now. Perhaps just not at the house.
She did say that.
Who should help her? She does not have any male relatives.
Yes, but you're an eligible suitor. Perhaps the most eligible right now, strangely. It would not look right.
No, it would not. And that is why we're not telling anyone.
Yep. I mean, what did she wish that Penelope wasn't looking for a husband?
Perhaps if you savoured her as much as you do food, she would be with child by now.
Oh!
I think of Prudence as a bonbon. Delicate and oh so agreeable.
Mr. Danforth, you are so pretty. Oh, I shall find them for you.
Has anyone told you that your mother is rather terrifying?
Yep.
Should we make an agreement? I will consider it if you speak to at least one lord tonight.
Very well. Whom do you suggest?
I mean, he's not
Good evening,
bad.
Miss Featherington.
Oh, Lord Basilio, I did not see you there.
No matter. I cultivate reserve these days anyway.
Life is too short for that, is it not?
What happened?
His horse recently died.
Oh, no.
You are joking.
I am not. Colin!
Forgive me. I did not know. Surely someone here is not in mourning? We shall gallop along.
Oh.
It seems Colin is helping her look for a husband.
No,
We used to say
why
we
would
would
she
be
tell
spinsters
her?
together.
And that is rather scandalous of your brother. And even more so for Penelope. Perhaps you ought to alter yours as well?
Yes.
This
all right.
lady is going to tell, like,
Do you have
everybody
any special
about
talents
the
with
whole
which you hope to
situation.
impress the Queen?
Talents, no.
I think we have found your talents.
Indeed, you are a most entertaining speaker. Do not stop.
She is.
I am not certain Miss Stowell is taking your experiment so casually.
Uh-oh. She's like...
Francesca, dearest, Lord Petrie is quite the music devotee, and I hear
not bad looking.
accomplished on the cello as well.
Cello is such a beautiful instrument.
I love the cello.
Whom I took pains to secure for you. You could be setting the mood for later.
Albie and I lay together before we arrived.
Just lower your voice. Not here. A woman's pleasure is somewhat more subtle than a man's. You see, when he inserts himself.
Inserts himself? Inserts himself where?
What? What have you been doing?
What on earth do you and Mr. Finch do?
We kiss, and then he makes an odd sound, and then he goes to change his breeches.
Oh, his breeches remain on?
Of course.
Why must I be punished over and over?
What?
I think you might find it, well, rather brilliant.
Does anyone at least have any good gossip?
I cannot think of anything at the moment.
She's gonna say it. Oh, I thought she was.
Lord Remington has asked to call on me tomorrow.
Well, that is excellent. Do you like him?
I did enjoy myself. Very much.
I'm certain he did as well.
I've got a little bit of a hint of jealousy in there.
Pitiable, I think.
It is kind of him, but perhaps overly so.
Oh, no.
Mr. Bridgerton, we were wondering why an eligible gentleman such as yourself would help a spinster find a husband.
Especially someone who is so beyond hope of success.
It's actually all rather sad.
Oh, that's real fucked up.
Sparkling, one might say.
Ooh.
Should you not be sleeping in your own bedchamber?
I do not wish to sleep. At least not yet.
Oh.
And when I do, I will sleep here with my beautiful wife.
What have we done to earn this?
Nothing. The same as every Viscount and Earl and Baron out there. Absolutely nothing. But it is ours.
He's got a point.
So let us enjoy it. Away with Lady Kent's clothes. Away with clothes.
That's gotta be rough writing that lady whistle down.
By the light of the moon,
Letter.
it is easy if you want to mistake the night as a place of safety.
Please alert Mrs. Walsh. We shall be having a visitor.
What visitor?
Is this what you wanted to happen?
I do not know of what you're speaking.
When
She
you
actually
spread
didn't
gossip
say anything.
about someone, it will inevitably end up in Whistledown. You must know that.
Perhaps if you were more decided about your former friendship, you would not have felt the need to gossip.
True.
I do appreciate your concern about cruelty, but perhaps you should like to find a looking glass.
Damn, she's got a
Rather
point.
than looking at me.
Does have a point. She didn't say anything. At least from what we saw.
Have you seen this? I had thought that when you bought those dresses, it was only for your amusement, not that you earnestly believed you might find a husband in your 3rd year out.
Aw.
Miss, you have a visitor.
The Eloise. Either Eloise or Colin.
What are you doing here?
Figured.
I bribed her to give us a moment alone.
Colin, could I ask you something?
Of course.
Would you kiss me?
Oh.
Penelope.
It would not have to mean anything, and I would never expect anything from you because of it, but I am nearly on the shelf, and I have never been kissed, and I am not certain I ever will be. I could die tomorrow.
You're not going to die tomorrow.
But I could, and it would kill me.
You would already be dead.
I do not wish to die without ever having been kissed.
Aww. Oh, now he's caught feels. I felt that. I felt it. I wasn't even a part of it and I felt it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I felt it. Like, that's another thing I love about this show is like, feel it. I feel everything. And I don't know if it's just like the writing or if it's the production of it or the acting or just the vibes, like everything. And it just makes you feel all these like big moments. Like, I was stuck in that moment with them. Like, I wasn't, wait, does that sound gross? I was just watching them make out and I'm like talking about how much I loved it. But like, it was like, I felt the emotions that were coming off of it. And I felt like the, everything changing, like the emotions. And did I just say that? Probably. But like, I don't know. I just feel everything. Anyway. If you want to check out this episode completely unedited or get early access for the next one, please feel free to check out my Patreon and the link in the description below. And if you will for me, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next episode.